Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. That was dumb. I obviously saw you, right? I set the camera down. It's like those, ever so often you see those videos out there where somebody breaks down and cries against the side of a wall or something happened, it was dramatic, and all of a sudden there's a camera that's there off to the side of them watching them cry and everything. It was set there for a purpose, right? Just to draw the attention, to get the understanding of what the person was trying to portray, or trying to give them the idea of what was happening. I was working. That was the idea I was trying to portray and trying to let you guys know that I was doing. I've been working all morning. It's already what? It's almost lunch. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I've been working since I got up. I didn't really pick up the camera. I just started work. I got ready, of course, like I said I always do. I get ready, and then went through all my emails, and then I just started working because I got some deadlines today. So I didn't really think about picking up the camera, and that's what happens when you have a deadline, right? That comes first. So I'm going to, as I'm trying to talk, I get a message. So I got to go back to work. I'll finish this train of thought in a little bit, but I am going to go have lunch with an old coworker. Not wanting to say old. It's not like it's an old person or anything. It's just a person that I used to work with, right? And now that I'm in a different company, they're in a different company. We work separate jobs. We haven't had a chance to catch up, and they reached out to me the other day. So I made time. I'm going to go have lunch with them before my important client meeting. Well, that was fun. For lunch today, I got out of the house and went and had lunch with an ex-coworker, like I mentioned earlier, and we got a lot of time to catch up. Talked a lot about their current, their last position that they held, that they're no longer working for, and how they're about to start a new. What would you say? I guess just a new job, right? It's not a new career path or anything like that. It's just a new job. I wanted to get back into the same field that I'm in now, basically consulting type work with IT, SharePoint related, and man, I really didn't know what to tell them because they've been out of the industry for about 3 years now. I guess that's when we both were kind of let go or given a compensation package, right? I stayed out of work for a while before jumping back into work. Whereas when I got my compensation package, I decided to jump back into work within a month, right? My skill set stayed pretty much the same, and has grown since then because, like I said, I do a lot of like AI stuff now too. Whereas back in those days, we really weren't dealing with AI too much at that point. Yeah, but it was good catching up. It's always nice to see an old face and just talk with each other because we'd known each other for since like 2010 ish. Yeah, really long time. Man, it's good to catch up with people. That's a good reflection point for me right there. Is just to not take so long to reach out to somebody and just catch up. I mean, I've got friends that I had back as a teenager and before that I still have their phone number. I still can communicate with them. It's just I haven't. So maybe that's something that I should do that would make me feel better, like personally, is just to reach out and talk to those old friends that you don't really reach out and talk to anymore. Even if it's just to catch up and say, "Hey, how's your life going? What are you up to?" And like, you want to hear about my life, and you want to just kind of maybe grab a beer or something, go to a happy hour. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I think it would help mentally because after sitting down and having lunch together, it was good to catch up. I'm happy I did it. Now back to work. All right. So building on what I said earlier, right? You guys like my chair? I like this chair. Actually, this isn't my chair. Funny story. Well, let me hit this funny story first. This chair, when we first bought it, it's set in the box for like a good couple months. I'm not quite sure the exact time, but it took a couple months before it got installed because I had to drill a hole up in the patio seat, in the patio roof, into a stud, and get the right hanging bracket and all that, right? Well, it sat there because Amy wanted this chair, and this, I want to say, it was a Mother's Day gift, right, that she bought for herself because she really wanted it. And it just sat there. And now it gets used mostly by Xander and myself, with Amy using it sometimes, but I use it probably more often than she does. It's kind of funny. I gave her a hard time about it, and now I like it. It's just like a little hanging swing, right? It goes, you can spin around, you can spin like really fast and get real sick if you wanted to. But yeah, so funny story. Took me forever to hang it up, and now I use it more than she does. You like my shirt too? Check this out. This shirt was given to me on Father's Day. Look at it. You know, as much as I like baseball, right? So it's got like it's like doing a scorebook, which I do for all of Xander's games, and I did it for Jacob too. So I have all these. So I'm into scoring, right, and doing the baseball scores. So this is a work shirt that they bought me for Father's Day. It's really nice material. It's comfortable. Anyways, I sat down because I'm on break now. Again, went to lunch, came back, had a big client meeting. I was really nervous about the meeting actually because I didn't know if the reports that I was generating were going to be reports that they were wanting, right? It was just me doing an assessment on their tenant, an M365, basically SharePoint and Teams assessment for where they stand right now currently. No work to be done, just an assessment. And they gave us a lot of hours and a lot of money to do this. And I didn't know if I was pulling the right stuff because some of my security privileges, I feel like I'm way away from you guys. Let me scoot up some. Because some of my security privileges weren't allowing me to run certain scripts that I needed to run on their tenant. It was giving me authorization errors. And it's just because of how their tenant is set up. I gave them all the right permissions that I needed, the right security roles. It's just, they have certain requirements that don't allow for full-on security permissions to be granted. So it was like a lot of granular stuff was added to my account. And I think I got it all set up, but I still got authorization errors. So I wasn't getting the scripts to run that I needed to run. Long story short, I had to do a lot of manual work. So I was having to dig in their tenant, and I basically just focused on their top 25 sites because their top 25 sites were eating up probably 92% of their capacity. So capacity is like their storage, how much data that they have in their tenant. So I basically focused on those top 20 sites, along with some of the reports that I was able to generate, overall stuff. But I did my presentation, showed it to them. They talked, they chit-chatted, we went back and forth. And then they were all happy, and which made me happy because they started talking to my boss who was on the call as well. And they were asking him, okay, so once you have all these reports and everything finished, because the end of next week is when I'm supposed to be completely done with the assessment. They said, well, once you have all these files and everything ready for us, we're going to want to go ahead and start working on a statement of work for you guys to do a lot of the work too, which is like, nice. That's great because that means they spent a bunch of money on an assessment and now they'll probably put down a bunch of money to actually get the work completed because they don't want to deal with it. They want it just to be good, which is what we're here for, right? That's what a consultant's job is to make all these other companies just be good.
Really, man. That's it. That's all I got for you. See you tomorrow, Eric.